Night, I discovered my wife's secret life. Part 2. I wasn't home much, working 2 jobs, so I was grateful that my wife had a good friend to keep her company. I told myself I was putting in the hard work now for a payoff later. However, with us barely seeing each other, our sex life suffered, to the point that it was practically non-existent, and it was taking a toll on our relationship. Everything came to a head one night when I was out driving the taxi. It had been a quiet night until I got a call for a pickup in a really nice part of town. When I arrived, I honked the horn and stayed in the car, as instructed. Soon, 2 well-dressed men got in the back seat, along with my wife's friend between them. They gave me an address to drop them off at, her house, so I thought nothing of it. She hadn't noticed it was me driving as they began fooling around in the back seat. My wife's friend was telling them how much they would enjoy meeting her very high-demand friend and that it was going to cost them extra. I reached the house, and as they got out, one of the men handed me a 20-pound tip, which I gladly accepted. But then I looked toward the door, and my world shattered. My wife stood there, dressed in only lingerie and high heels. She smiled, hugged her friend, and kissed the 2 men as they entered the house. I was flabbergasted, unsure of what to do. I drove around the corner and parked, sitting in silence as I tried to process what I had just seen. After a few moments, I got out of the car, walked back to the house, and crept up to the lounge window. What I saw took my breath away. All 4 of them were naked, and my wife was having sex with the man who had tipped me. She was putting on quite a show. I watched in disbelief for a few minutes as he